Good morning, everyone, and good morning to the public watching this important press conference today. And I'm really appreciative of you joining us today. As we continue moving forward for the betterment of all residents and all Bermudians in 2025, I, Minister Walter Roban, Deputy Premier and Minister of Home Affairs, am pleased to share the Ministry of Home Affairs' progress and accomplishments over the past year, and our continued commitment to Bermuda's sustainability, modernization, and resilience as an island community. The ministry remains steadfast in its mission to protect our environment, enhance our energy security, and improve regulatory efficiency, and ensure a better quality of life for all residents and all Bermudians. Today, I will highlight key achievements of the ministry over the past year around climate resilience, renewable energy, digital transformation, marine protection, and food security. In addressing climate change, like many small island states around the world, Bermuda faces the growing challenge that climate change has brought upon all of us, particularly those of us who live in island and coastal communities. Last year, we completed a very important Bermuda climate change study titled Bermuda Climate Change Impacts from Sea Level Rise and Changing Storm Activity. This study was funded by the UK government and conducted by the firm Smith Warner International of Jamaica. The research assessed our vulnerabilities and informed on a clear strategy of resilience and how Bermuda can potentially address these issues, short, medium, and long term. In response, we expanded the multi-sectoral climate change task force to develop a national action plan, raise public awareness, and strengthen legislation to ensure Bermuda is prepared for all the environmental challenges that lie ahead for us. In relation to energy and reducing energy costs and advancing renewable energy, affordability and sustainability remain top priorities in the energy sector for the Bermuda government. Our LED giveaway, in collaboration with a number of local organizations, including AIDS Concern, the Salvation Army, and others, distributed 150,000 LED bulbs, helping residents to save an estimated $375,000 in energy costs over the life of those bulbs. Furthermore, the Electricity Amendment Act 2024 introduces a new category of license, the Bulk Generation Sole Use Installation License, called Big SUI for short. This license allows commercial developments, hotels, and data centers to generate their own renewable energy on site without having to sell it back to the licensed utility. This legislation marks a significant step toward reducing Bermuda's reliance on fossil fuels, aligning our target that is 85% reduction of fossil fuel generation to having 85% renewables by 2035, which is outlined in the existing integrated resource plan. We have also implemented with great pride an energy regulated sandbox, another new license category, which allows developers to test renewable energy technologies in a controlled environment, stimulating innovation and economic growth. So attracting the best of class experimental technology that may be out there and offering Bermuda as a test bed for that technology. Additionally, our partnership with Google, which yesterday we signed the lease agreement for that particular arrangement and will facilitate the landing of a new international transatlantic subsea cable by the name of Nuvem. Nuvem meaning cloud in Portuguese. And this new cable will position Bermuda to be the premier digital subsea telecommunications hub in the mid-Atlantic. And of course, fulfilling a goal that the government set some years ago to build Bermuda as an international digital hub and unlock substantial investment and opportunity for the country and jobs that will come with this very important initiative with Google, which has made a 20 to 40 year plus commitment to the island as a result. Also, when we discuss clean air and water, very important to survival. Also remaining at the forefront in our agenda around the environment is our amendments to the Clean Air Act and supporting regulations to strengthen quality standards to ensure our water and our air is kept healthy. And particularly with some of the issues that have arisen locally around air pollution, this has been crucial. Similarly, with water legislation, the Water Resources Amendment Act was passed to enhance groundwater protection and reinforces our commitment to ensure good public health when it comes to the involvement and activities around water, both our groundwater, with our groundwater and also in our ocean environment. The streamlining of public services has also been something important to us, and we have taken steps to reduce the bureaucracy that the ministry has traditionally had. When it comes to births and registrations, the Registration of Births and Deaths Amendment Act now expedites the issuance of death certificates, allowing for families who are dealing with grief and the important matters around the passing of a loved one to manage legal and financial matters much more efficiently under these circumstances. So they now can get a certain type of short form certificate so that they can expedite any challenges that they have around dealing with their loved ones, their deceased loved ones' matters. Additionally, we've also introduced a process for voluntary registration of vital statistics and documents around the births and marriages of Bermudians who are living overseas, and strengthening the national record database and generating revenue for the government with this process. But it's important that we can collect this information so we can complete the circle of data as it relates to Bermudians who are living abroad and what's happening with them with the data that exists here in Bermuda. Land title modernization and digital transformation have been also very important to us. And regarding the important issue of the land title modernization and digitalization transformation, a significant milestone this year, or I should say last year, was made. And this year we will be launching an AI-powered land registration system. It is expected to be a cutting-edge system and will reduce the processing time. There have been challenges with processing due to unforeseen circumstances. What used to take 2 or 3 days will now take literally minutes with the modernization that we've put in place and clearing a long existing backlog, increasing efficiencies to up to 99%. This system marks a real transformation and modernization of our ability to manage property records from a government's perspective. And we know this will be helpful to many persons who have to engage with the land title registry around land matters. Further digital initiatives include GovPilot, a new software system as a service platform for digitizing many of the government services. The first implementation within our ministry is the ability to register your dog license with a digital dog licensing system that will launch next month and enhance the ability for all residents to register their pets. And we're very happy. We've been trying to get this in place for quite some time, and we're happy that we're able to bring this as a service to the public. Additionally, the Ministry of Home Affairs, in partnership with a group called Movement and the Department of Education, is developing an interactive online platform to enhance sustainability education in Bermuda's schools, designed to raise environmental awareness. The platform is currently being evaluated by a focus group of young Bermudian students to ensure its effectiveness. It is set to launch next month, March of 2025, and will play a key role with fostering environmental stewardship and empowerment of young people around issues concerning the environment, and reinforcing Bermuda's commitment for long-term sustainability. Young people must be a part of the conversation around the future of the environment and the actions that must be taken to ensure Bermuda's long-term sustainability. Myself as a minister and the ministry made a commitment to ensure that they can be included in the conversation. And we are going to do that as part of this platform. It's just another tool to do that. Ensuring strong marine protection, which is something that I'm very proud to know that this ministry and the Department of Environment and Natural Resources has a long tradition in doing. Bermuda has a proud and long record in marine conservation through Blue Belt, which is a UK government program, and the partnership that has been for us. We have improved fishery sustainability and monitoring within our fisheries environment. And in collaboration with the United Kingdom and the US Coast Guard, we've enhanced enforcement capabilities. So we have the cooperation of both the United Kingdom government and the US government to enforce proper fishing practices and just general conduct on the water here in Bermuda, which is a great partnership between the three jurisdictions. And this patrol will encompass all of our exclusive economic zone, which is a 400,000 plus square nautical mile area of ocean, and we will have the support of the UK government and the US government in the surveillance, management, and enforcement in those waters. The Bermuda Marine Resources Enforcement Strategy is now being finalized for implementation. This will strengthen our management capabilities of our marine resources and will address many of the concerns raised in the community about strong enforcement on the water. This plan will be brought to action. I am confident in that, and the support from both the US government, UK government, our local Coast Guard, and others who support enforcement on the marine environment will be a part of that, including the most latest technology available to support enforcement, including satellite and other first-class technologies will be a part of enforcement on our waters. And also, we will introduce legislation. We have introduced legislation as part of our overall effort to protect our marine environment, to protect manta rays and sharks. Bermuda has a long tradition with ensuring the protection of open ocean species, such as our whales, the whales that pass through our waters, so sharks and manta rays, as is consistent with international convention, Bermuda has legislatively protected. But we have a long history of providing these protections, and we will continue to do so as we've done with sharks and manta rays. Local agriculture and enhancing it is also very important, and our food security is crucial for Bermuda. So the ministry is also working to enhance our agriculture and food security, and we have learned of a recent announcement we have recently announced to the public the redevelopment of the 15,000 square foot agricultural service center, which I announced last week, which will significantly help with us expanding our agricultural capabilities and ability for our farmers to produce more. I can tell you firsthand, I was greeted by a farmer, local commercial farmer 2 days ago, who had heard the announcement and was overjoyed by the fact that we were redeveloping that facility, and said that this is crucial for his own ability as a farmer to be productive and profitable. So he was overjoyed by the announcement of the redevelopment of that facility for the future, because he knows he, as a commercial farmer, can see his business grow. So this facility is a great achievement. We've been working on this now for many years, and we're happy that we are going to have the funding to continue with this development. Because this facility will have a number of great offerings for our local agricultural community. It will have advanced cold storage, humidity-controlled areas, and modern food processing capabilities, and will improve the overall production of local food and increase our ability to have more agricultural activity, particularly growing vegetables and other things in Bermuda, and allow our farmers to, again, as I said, produce more and safely have the storage that is needed to hold their product. In our collaboration with an agronomist who we have paid to be brought in here to support our farmers, Mr. Stuart Swanson, has already provided critical support for our farmers, including soil surveys, pesticide training, and strategies for getting the best out of the crops that we grow. I can tell you this was a request that the farmers had brought to the ministry some time ago, and we promised them we would fulfill that objective. And that's why we brought Mr. Swanson in here, to provide them with support. They have supported that effort, and I know that the work that he's doing with our local farmers is going to be very, very positive for our overall agricultural future. And we've done other things to support farmers, such as provide cameras of which can support them in the security of their farmlands, as they often are subject to night farming, as we know, so theft. And we've done more to even support them in the control of certain pests as well, that unfortunately are pervasive. Things, unfortunately, animals such as wild chickens and rats are pervasive in their destruction of our local agriculture. And we've done everything that we can, and we'll do more to support that with our farmers over the past year and going into the future. And use modern, healthy, sustainable methods to do that as well. We are always looking for different methods to control these issues. And in conclusion, as I reflect, and we in the ministry reflect on 2024, and look forward to the remainder of 2025, I am proud of the strides that have been made by the ministry and the teams in the Department of Natural Resources and Environment, and all of the team there in advancing sustainability, modernizing our services, and protecting our natural resources. This department, though small in the wider government context, is one of the giants in the work that they do. The fact of they are the guard at the border to make sure that invasive pests don't come into the environment and damage our natural environment, our biodiversity, and they manage the current environment to make sure that Bermuda's environment is sustainable. They protect our coral reefs and other areas of our environment. We have the most northerly coral reefs in the Atlantic Basin, and it's our team at Denner that actually does most of the work around that to protect the biodiversity and the health of that natural system. So I'm very proud of the work that they do, and all the other departments that are in the ministry, such as the Land Title Registry, the Land Valuation Department, and the Registry General, and also the team in the Department of Energy, who do so many other work, and also, of course, my ministry team and all the great staff who work there with me, from the permanent secretary down. They're all contributing to the strength of the Ministry of Home Affairs, though perhaps the second largest budget. They punch way above our weight, and we have great communication support, of course, to try and get our message out. So I'm very proud of all the work that so many people have done. But as everybody may be aware, I am now coming to the end of my term and involvement with frontline politics, and certainly as a minister and as a deputy premier. And certainly with the Minister of Home Affairs. And I've had a career in ministerial level going back as far as 2009. So with at least 4 ministries, 4 different premiers, and an incredible amount of very wonderful civil servants. and public offices. And for me, serving the people of Bermuda has been an honor, an incredible honor. And I'm deeply grateful for the opportunities this has afforded me and for all the great people that I have worked with and have helped me to learn and enhanced my participation in government and helped me to be what I hope many people will feel is a reasonably capable minister. So I'm very proud of having had that experience with so many different people. And over the years, I've witnessed firsthand such great change in government and in the country. I've seen resilience enhanced, I've seen innovation invited and adopted, and I've seen the people of Bermuda and their quality of existence, despite challenges, overall improve. And I'm very proud that that has happened and that there's been the Bermuda government that has helped that to happen. Through whether it be legislative reforms, strategic partnerships, and innovative technologies, certainly in the Ministry of Home Affairs, but in the government as a whole, we are building a resilient and forward-thinking Bermuda. And Bermuda, I am absolutely confident, has a great future and great promise ahead for generations to come. And I thank the opportunity to have served Bermuda in that capacity. And to that end, I am certain that this government and the Ministry of Home Affairs will continue their work and maintain their commitment to advancing the goals that have been set for it. And I look forward to watching that process unfold to Bermuda's betterment. And for those who wish to read more in detail the information I shared today and more about what's happening in the Ministry of Home Affairs, those details you can go online at gov.bm and review the Ministry of Home Affairs 2024 year in review. So I wish to thank everyone. This is my last press conference probably as Minister of the Bermuda government. So I wish to thank everyone and wish everyone a prosperous and healthy and wonderful future. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. We want to thank you as well for your commitment and dedication to the people of Bermuda. You have been appreciated and will certainly be missed. People of Bermuda, that concludes this press conference, and I thank you all for joining us. Have a great day.